introduce myself. My name is Miss Thompson, and some of you may remember my face, but I may be a new person for those of you who are new to our school. So I'm excited because this year I'm going to be teaching social emotional learning. Social emotional learning. And this month, we are going to focus on responsible decision making. Yes, I love responsible decision makers. And I want to rewind just a little bit to tell you a little about myself. So my name is Miss Thompson, and my job as a school social worker is to help you learn about yourself and how to learn about others. We're going to bring those two things together, and it's going to be a great year. Today, we are going to focus on integrity. Yes, integrity. Integrity means doing the right thing when nobody's watching, right? Doing the right thing when nobody is watching. So we're gonna learn about integrity. We're gonna read a story, and I'm gonna introduce you to my little friend over here. I think he might be awake. My friend's name is Mr. Rufus. Mr. Rufus is gonna join us from time to time, especially during our stories. He loves stories. So Mr. Rufus, would you like to say hello to our friends today? Hello. Hi everyone, nice to meet you. That was really nice. So Mr. Rufus is typically shy. So that was a good job. Nice job, Mr. Rufus. So we're gonna be learning about integrity. And integrity means doing the right thing when nobody is watching. Notice I put my hand over my heart. When we show integrity, we are caring and loving for ourselves and for others. So integrity means exactly doing the right thing when nobody is watching. So I want to start off by asking, maybe I'll share an example of integrity, and if Mr. Rufus is not feeling shy, he'll share an example of integrity. So one example of integrity would be if you went to the store and you walked out by accident without paying for something, integrity would say, even though nobody noticed, I'm gonna go back inside and I'm gonna pay for what I bought, right? You might notice that happen when you're shopping with mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, okay? So that's one example of integrity. Hey, Mr. Rufus, do you have another example of integrity? Okay, great. Would you like to share with us what that example is? Mr. Rufus, we're trying to learn here. Can you put on your brave face and share with us another example of integrity? Integrity is when you don't gossip. Wait, gossip? What does that even mean? It means talking about people behind their back when they don't know. Oh, wow, Mr. Rufus, that was a great example. So Mr. Rufus is saying that integrity means that if you hear other people talking about a friend or a teacher, you don't join in. No, no, no. Great job, Mr. Rufus. I love that he stood up. Here's a good one for school. An example of integrity is keeping your eyes on your own paper. Isn't that right? Exactly. That means even if you don't know, you try your hardest and you don't peek at the person beside you, right? Wow, so those are all some great examples of showing integrity. Today, we are going to be reading, Mr. Rufus, I'm gonna put Mr. Rufus to the side for a moment. Today we are going to be reading The Empty Pot. I love this story. I love books. Silent thumbs up if you love reading books. Yeah, see, I have some readers. Awesome. So you'll always hear me say, I love this book, but I love all books. And this is a great book about a little boy who made a good choice and kept integrity. So we'll get to see a little bit about what that's about. And I want to just go back to integrity means doing the right thing when nobody's around. Integrity, get ready, go. Integrity, get ready, go. Yes, awesome. So let's go ahead and get started. So yes, Mr. Rufus, like I said, he loves stories, so he'll be jumping in from time to time when I have questions, but I also want you to join in as well, okay? So the empty pot, and I'm gonna try my hardest so we can see the beautiful pictures. They're small, but I can tell that the artist really took their time. So I'll be zooming in just so you can really see how beautiful the pictures are. Okie doke. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping who loved flowers. Anything he planted burst and bloomed. Up came flowers, bushes, and even big fruit trees, as if by magic. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. Look how beautiful that is. They planted them everywhere, and the kingdom smelled like perfume. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all. He tended to his garden every day. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. Okay, pause. That was a pretty big vocabulary word. Hey, Mr. Rufus. Mr. Rufus. Where is Mr. Rufus? Mr. Rufus. Mr. Rufus. Oh, I think he's, okay, I see him. Mr. Rufus, can you tell us what a successor means? A successor takes over the kingdom. He's in charge. He has the power. Okay, so because the emperor is older, he needs someone to be in charge and run things when he's gone? Exactly. All right, got it? Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Rufus. So he wanted someone to take over after he is gone. Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved... Who would his successor be? And how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. There, they would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever could show their best in a year's time will succeed him at his throne. So what are they coming for? Flower seeds. And the best of the best would succeed him. The news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seed. It's a lot of children. All of the parents wanted their children to be chosen as emperor, and all of the children hoped they would be chosen too. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure that he would grow the most beautiful flower. Pink filled the flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. So fun fact, Miss Thompson, I love flowers and I love plants. I have a plant right here. And I also have plants at home. Ping watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout, grow, and blossom into a beautiful flower. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in the pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil in a bigger pot. Then he transferred the seed into rich black soil. Wow, he's trying something different. If at first you don't succeed, you keep trying. That's determination. Another 2 months he waited. Still nothing happened. Oh no. By and by, a whole year passed. Hey, I'm noticing there's snow. This must be winter. Spring came and all the children put on their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. Let's take a look at their flowers for a moment. Aren't they beautiful? I think so too. Mr. Rufus, what do you think about their flowers? I think the flowers are beautiful. Me too, they look really beautiful. But we know Pink's flower hasn't grown yet. I don't know. But so far we see that the children have beautiful flowers. So I'm wondering, how does Pink feel? How do you think he feels, Mr. Rufus? What's that about? He feels terrible. Oh, I got it. All right, let's see what happens. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought the other children would laugh at him because for once he could not grow flowers. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. Ping, he said, "You're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a great big flower like mine?" "I've grown lots of flowers. Better than yours," Ping said. "It's just the seed won't grow." Look at his friend's huge flower. And I don't know if that was really nice. Ping's father overheard this and said, "You did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor." Who do we have here? Yep, his dad. Holding the empty pot in his hand, Ping went straight away to the palace. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were, but the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, "Why did you bring an empty pot?" This is the emperor, and this is Ping. And Ping says, Ping started to cry and he replies, "I planted the seed you gave me and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil, but still it didn't sprout. I tended to it all year long, but nothing grew. So today I had to bring in an empty pot without a flower. It was the best I could do." And notice how everyone's watching. He's so embarrassed. When the emperor heard these words, a smile slowly spread over his face, and he put his arms around Ping. Then he explained to one and all, I have found him. I have found the one person worthy to be emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you have all been cooked, so it was impossible for them to grow. So he's talking to all of the children with the beautiful flowers. Mr. Rufus, can you explain to us what it means to have cooked seeds? Please tell us. Because some of our friends who are watching, they may not know. Are you being shy again? Okay, Mr. Rufus, you got this. What does it mean? What was the emperor saying? He said that the seeds were no good. It was like fake seeds. There's no way the kids grew those flowers. No way at all. Wait a minute. Okay, remember we're learning about integrity, doing the right thing when nobody's watching. So you mean to tell me that they did not show integrity? They brought these beautiful flowers that they didn't grow because the seeds were no good? Oh, Mr. Rufus, I can't take it. So the only one who showed integrity was Ping? Oh boy, cooked seeds, interesting. Wonder what will happen next. I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth. And now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of the land. Wow. Thank you all for reading with me. That was an amazing book about integrity. I had to keep listening and reading until the very end to understand how Ping showed integrity. Ping was able to show integrity by bringing the empty pot. That took a lot of courage. Fist bump for Ping. And we learned that the seeds were never meant to grow. The emperor wanted to see who would be honest. Wow. I'm so glad we had a chance to read that. Let's take a moment to review a few other things, and then we're gonna close up because we have been loaded with so much information about integrity today. So we're gonna come back. Some key questions that came up during our story regarding, so some key questions that came up during our story was, why did the emperor give the children baked seeds? So I want you to think about that. Why did the emperor give the children baked seeds? He wanted to see who would show integrity, who would be honest enough to come to him and present an empty pot. And as you can see, there were so many kids and only one person came with an empty pot, and that was Ping. So Ping showed integrity because he did the right thing all year round, even though he was embarrassed about not having a flower just as those around him. So my next question would be, well, what did Ping gain from showing integrity? Well, the first is obvious. He became successor to the king, but also he gained respect. He gained the respect of the emperor. He also gained the respect of those who were watching. He modeled what integrity means. And sometimes you're going to be the one who is modeling integrity for your classmates, for your brothers or your sisters. So that's another thing that is very important. And then I wanted to think a little bit about like why? Why were the kids dishonest? Why did they bring these huge, beautiful flowers? Why do you think they did that? So think about that. Now, the biggest thing to consider is that they wanted to look good. They knew that everybody else would have flowers. They thought everyone else would have flowers. And they wanted to look good as well. And sometimes you may be tempted to do something that you don't agree with just so you look good. And we have to remember, integrity means doing the right thing when nobody is watching. Integrity means doing the right thing when nobody is watching. So I'm so excited that we got an opportunity to read this book. I've read it so many times. And the next time I see you, we're gonna be doing an activity where we're making our own flower. And we're going to fill the petals with ways that we show integrity every single day. We show integrity by listening to the teacher, respecting our friends, giving personal space, being genuinely respectful, right? So telling the truth. There's so many ways that we show integrity every day. And I'm just so happy to meet you guys. Once again, my name is Miss Thompson. You'll be seeing a lot more of me. And this month we are working on responsible decision making. See you later.